Welcome to Dad Does Stuff. I am David, and tonight I am smoking all that meat I was talking about for my wife's Squadron, about 50 people or so. First things first, we're gonna go easy, okay? Gonna put a pork shoulder in the Instapot. Put them in there. And we're gonna add some birch smoked salt that we got from Iceland. From Salt Lake, right here. Very, very good stuff. This will need nothing else. Some of that. The water, nothing. Just gonna let that cook, render down. And it's just gonna tear right apart. And it's gonna be some of the best pulled pork meals we're gonna have. So we're going to slow cook that. We're gonna go 8 hours on low. I'm gonna start that. The brisket. 10 pounds of brisket. And I don't like to trim it. I like to leave all that fat on there unless it's been oxidized. If it's been oxidized, we'll see it. I'm whelping that over the sink. I don't rinse them. I use the blood as a binder. It's so good. And this brisket seems to be pretty good. See here? What that looks like right there, that's been oxidized. We're gonna trim that off. I'm gonna take that corner off too. Keep your trimmings. You can save them. You render them down. Good stuff. Now, this oxidized part right here, you feel it's kind of firm in texture. It's like rough, kind of brownish. You don't want that. So I'm just gonna go and cut that off. And that's not even gonna be any good. You really can't do anything with it. So that is going to go in the trash. Kind of round. I like a lot of fat on my brisket. And what I'm gonna do is check it for any more oxidation. That's good point. Yeah, a little bit right there. I'll leave most of the fat on the top. I will trim the bottom of it. This is the lower portion. People smoke them fat side up, or fat side down. I smoke them fat side up. And I like to score it. Score the fat. So it renders down even better. People might argue that point. I'm just going by what I've done, what I like. I haven't had any complaints yet. Remember, save all your fat trimmings. Those render down to a really, really good tallow. Now this brisket, for her Squadron, I didn't provide the spices. They provided the spices for me. And so the brisket is going to get a mesquite rub. It smells good. It smells sweet. And this does not have a lot of salt in it, so we're going to pre-salt it. Good quality salt, not table salt. Good sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, just not table salt. Celtic sea salt. Apply liberally. And what that's going to do is going to make a nice crust on it. It's see. Let's score it. See what we're looking at here. That should be okay. It's not overly thick. That'll render down. Alright, now I'm going to set that aside. Applewood and Cajun, those are going to go on half the rib. One half on one, 6 ribs, 6 ribs. So we'll do the other mesquite on the pork. Pork shoulders. 2, 3, 4. We're going to do the same thing. Salt them, season them. All right, now these pieces are going to go out in my Green Mountain Grill. I love that smoker. Such a good, solid piece of equipment. I'm not endorsed by that. I bought mine years ago and I love it. Right. Oh yeah, smoke rolling. Excellent. Now on this smoker, this is the hot side. It's going to be a little warmer over here than it is over here. Okay, so I'm going to put the brisket on that side. I'm going to put my pork shoulders over here. Okay. We'll come out here in a little bit and we'll probe it. Put probes in them, monitor the temperature. But for now, we're going to let them soak. Okay. Sorry, the applewood. Pretty good. Alright, so we'll do 2, 3 at a time. I see people take that membrane here off the ribs. I like to leave that on because it actually, it's like a, when you peel it off, it's almost like a pork chip. It's really good, kind of crunchy, really good. But I don't season that side too heavily, just a little bit. There. I'm going to put on these, get the Cajun rub. A little more liberally here. Go. Now that one I got set to 225. This one doesn't smoke as hot. I mean, you can, but it won't be smoking. It'll be more like a grilling type thing. This is reading here about 140. This is saying 125. I trust this one more than that. Because when I tested it earlier, I had my probes in here. Now this will creep up. It will, under this particular setting, this will creep up to 195,
maybe 200. And that's what we're going to try to go for. We're going to try to get there. We got a lot of time to do it. There's no rush. You trust the process, should come out just fine. I like to wrap my ribs around 155. When they get to that temp, we'll wrap them, and then we'll carry on smoke. I might, since it'll be in paper, they won't take as much smoke. So I'll go ahead and crank it up to, I think, 200, 220, 225 on here, and we'll finish the cooking that. Cool side over. We have a winner. She'll work. Now that the meat's in this smoker here, oh, beautiful sight, isn't it? It's in there. Okay. Now we're going to ramp it up a little bit. We're going to run it up to 225. This thing holds the temps pretty well. So, all right. I'm going to let that ride for a little while. All right. I'll come out and put probes in here in a little bit. This one doesn't want to smoke as hot. Under the smoke setting here, this, right now it's saying it's 125 inside there. This is what I actually trust more than that. It's saying it's about 140. I've seen this get to 190 under this setting. I'm going to pay more attention to this because I've actually had probes in here when I did that test run with it, and this seemed to be more accurate than that. So, well, we're just going to let this ride for a while. We're going to let that smoke. We're not in a rush. That's the key. You don't want to rush your smokes. Take your time, and it'll come out perfect. All right, it's been a few hours. Now we're gonna. They've reached wrap temp right now over here. Anyway, they're gonna be hot, so use tongs. These are good. Excellent. Yep, very good. 2 per rack. Okay. All right, everything's looking good. Close it up, and we'll let it roll. All right, it's been several hours here. Our brisket is at 155 in the middle, 171 on the edge. Drop it here and then wrap it. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Ooh, that's a hot. Here's you. Okay. Actually, really. I'm going to need the one anymore. We'll just take him out. We won't need it because this middle one here will tell us when it's done. These are not quite done yet. Well, here, we'll just probe this guy to see where he's at. It's a 150. The other ones are 148, 149. 45. So they got a little bit to go yet, but we got a lot of time to go still. It's early, and so, or late, depending on how you look at it. But we got some time to go. All right, now our pork shoulders are now at the temp, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same thing with the pork shoulders as we did the brisket. We're gonna wrap them inside this tin here. There we go. Beautiful. Tuck that in. Make sure it stays. Come on, man. Paper should have been a little bit bigger. Give it a little more. Make sure it's covered. Tuck it in there. Woo! Man, it makes the eyes water. Now we're gonna let that ride until 203. 203 is about the right temp for it to just tear apart. Just reached finish temp on here. It's 5:30 in the morning, I think. So we're gonna pull them out of here. Yep. Yeah, we are good. This is our pulled pork in here. Look at this. Just comes right apart. And that is done. Now it's just going to stay in the pot warm for a little while. All right, all the meat has been smoked, and we're going to see how well we did here. I haven't smoked on that smoker yet, so we're going to find out. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Flop test. Oh yeah. Tear. Oh yeah. Tear. Look at that. Oh. We have a winner. Would you like a piece of brisket? Here you go. Here you go. There's your piece of brisket. And do this. Gonna pull out the pork shoulders. Let's see, yeah. Ooh, that one's tough. Take a look. Oh no, that's actually okay. That's good. I'm gonna get another tray for this. I'm gonna cut this all up, tear it up, and put a different tray. I have bear claws. This might make it go a little faster. All right, there's one. Cut this down a little bit. Got a nice crust on the outside of it. Good. Look at that. That is good looking. And it's steaming. It's gonna fall apart. Yeah. Jeez. Not a lot of now. I always keep a bunch of old towels because they provide really good insulation and help keep things from moving around inside your cooler. Okay, let's see how we do with these things here. Is that it? Not quite fall off the bone, but got a wonderful looking smoke ring on there. No wonder. Yep. Just tear them. Nice. That was that Cajun spice one. That's all right. A little heat, not bad. I love smoking food. Man, this is something so gratifying about smoking a good piece of meat, sharing it with friends, watching the satisfaction of other people enjoy your product. That is really good. It's very satisfying.